stayed completely removed from it. So, you know, which changed once we were in the editing process, obviously.
So you actually were more setting up the scenes like in a separate room, two-way mirror kind of more approach to the film.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
yeah, but that's pretty typical for documentary. I mean, like the camera. I mean, basically, I would say that Sean and I made the film together. Like he shot most of it. I shot a lot of the end stuff, but Sean shot it and I edited it. It was my idea and whatever. But it's every bit of his. Which it's always, you know, a cinematographer in a documentary and the editor in a documentary are just as important as the director if they're three or separate people. Usually, it's not. But this was a very, like even at some point either we were even thinking of him being a co-director on the project just because it made sense. But
how's that lawsuit work out?
Yeah, no, it ended up being shaped more in the editing, so he stepped away from that role. So,
and you were kind of cringing, like you have a hard time watching. I mean,
yeah,
I think you should talk a little bit about your.
Yeah. So I'm sure everybody, like, if you cared about the movie at all, which hopefully you did, you probably want to know what's happened with KATI. Sometimes I wonder, like, who knows with the sound, like, I wonder, like, if you understand that she was pregnant at the end, obviously, and it turns out she was pregnant, she had been pregnant the whole time we were filming, which is devastating to me, and, like, we didn't know, and it's not like we didn't know at the time. A quick thing about the making of the film, we had made a 90-minute cut of the movie that did not have the ending on it at all. So we had just made this like portrait of 3 days, and I was like, this is great. I was really happy about it. And then she called me up and said, oh, I'm pregnant. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Did you go back and look for clues or emotional?
No. We didn't really change the movie too much. But the big question was like, okay, well, either the movie is got an ending now, or we have to shelf it because we can't put this out there. Like, you know, so. And that was up to her. And KATI was like, I think you should come film me, and we'll see what happens. And then I put it in, and then literally I filmed it, edited it at my brother's house where that takes place, and then showed them a cut like the next day, like with the ending. And she was, you know, she was like, yeah, this is good. We're gonna go with this. So, but yeah, for me, you know, she's pregnant. She had the baby. I was very much against her keeping the baby, which is very strange to say now that Isabella is 2 years old and very much a part of our lives. And like probably 3 or 4 times a day, I get like a iPhone call from her where Izzy just calls me she wants to talk to her uncle, and like so it's like very you know. But I was trying to be the voice of like go to college, you know, like and not like keep the baby, you know, which is sort of funny now that she's such a part of our life. But James is predictably not a part of the picture, and KATI's getting married to someone else in like a year or something. Hopefully they're gonna wait for a while. But he's good. He's like a little bit older. He's got his his shit together a little bit more, which is unlike James. And James is still. I think he's still living with his mom, which is amazing. But his mom has got like a relationship with the kid, obviously, and like. That's how James sort of stays involved, and I think he does give like money and stuff. So.